Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Give double honors unto the head apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well with sound doctrine, Shalom, unto the elders and the elder bishops of Great Millstone as well, Shalom, shalom. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect and the hearty Shalom, to the sincere brethren, doing the work in truth and sincerity, spread across the four winds of the earth, giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. Shalom, shalom. This is a news and prophecy update, which came out today as far as this article from dailymail.co.uk. And Daily Mail is a publication out of the United Kingdom. And this is news and prophecy in the form of Esau Edom promoting the left-handed miracles of the MOT to the B, promoting the left-handed miracles of the Charagma. He's also going to promote convenience, so on and so forth. Before he comes down with straight great wrath, imposing military force, the penalty of death, ousting you out of society, sending you off to a concentration camp, so on and so forth. He's going to promote those left-handed miracles and convenience to get all the simpletons, first. Let's go through this article. And it reads, lawyers could have electronic chips implanted in their brains. The Charagma in the form of Neuralink and Synchron. And other versions that will come out. You have the central banks working on their versions, We'll go through an article that talks about that. A video that talks about that. And the article for that video was taken down. The article that's related to that topic was taken down. I'll just go through it a little later so you see what I'm talking about. It reads, lawyers, the header one more time. Lawyers could have electronic chips implanted in their brains to enable them to scan through documents in a fraction of the time, report suggests. Let's go through Revelation 13 and 16 real quick. And it reads, and he causeth all. That word causeth is poel, which means to be the author of, to get ready, to make ready, to fashion, so on and so forth. Revelation 13 and 16, and it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That word mark is charagma, which is something that's physical. It's not spiritual. It's not John 3:16. It's not a picture of Cesare Borgia. It's not white women. It's not being an Israelite cop. It's not Christianity. It's what we teach. And we're starting to see, what we teach being played out in the world. That's how we know it's true. Revelation 13 and 16, and it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That word mark is charagma, which is physical. In their right hand, wallet more, and other versions that will come out. Or in their foreheads, Synchron, Neuralink, etc. Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Because when you take the MOT to the B, you become a product of Esau Edom. You become connected to the Internet of Things. You're a part of the Internet of Bodies. You become basically a product of him, Universal product code, man. You become a product of his system. You bow down. You've taken the ultimate form of idolatry. Now let's go into this article. It's a short read. But before we go into the article, let's play a visual real quick, which matches up with what these guys are promoting. Because he's going to use convenience, left-handed miracles, so on and so forth, to fool the simpletons,
Latest updates on Elon Musk's futuristic brain implant company, Neuralink. Elon has been talking a lot lately about Neuralink and some of the applications that he expects it will be capable of, or not capable of, in the first decade or so of the product lifecycle. We know that Elon has broadly promised Neuralink can do everything from helping people with spinal cord injuries to enabling telepathic communication, curing brain disease like Parkinson's and ALS, allowing us to control devices with our thoughts.
Also, they promoted the ability for you to be able to talk to your loved ones by downloading your voice, basically your essence, on the Internet of Things. They can talk to you. They can talk, and they can talk to you. Better yet, they can hear, your voice, et cetera, et cetera. Convenience. You don't have to touch dirty cash, and those left-handed miracles, which he's promoting right now.
And even merging human consciousness with artificial intelligence. But as we get closer to the first clinical human trials for Neuralink, things are starting to become a little more clear on what this brain-computer interface technology will actually do and how it will help people. So let's talk about what's up with Neuralink.
Those left-handed miracles. Let's get a quick precept. Proverbs 22:3. And it reads, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Where? Under the protection of Yahweh Bashim Shai. In the word. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself in this truth. But the simple pass on and are punished. If you go into this word prudent, if you go into this word prudent, slakia, if you go in this word prudent, better yet, it goes into wise, cautious, acting with or showing care and thought for the future. A visionary, that's what prophets are. Prudent men, wise men, able to see into the future through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, through the Holy Spirit, which gives us understanding of all things, and through the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. Proverbs 14:15, and it reads, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going, because he's a visionary. And starting with our elders and apostles, on down, they've been teaching the correct understanding of the MOT to the B, and the scoffers, you're starting to see, they're not scoffing as hard as they were, back in the day, man, a few years back, because they're starting to realize, that some of them, better yet, are starting to realize that what we're teaching through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai is true. And that's why we do these videos, to sway those people who may be on the fence, to let them know, hey, this is the truth, man. Proverbs 14:15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Let's get this in the NLT. And it reads, only simpletons believe everything they're told. And that's who's going to be fooled into taking the MOT to the B. Simpletons, people who Yahweh Shem Yahshai isn't dealing with. Only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudent carefully consider their steps. If you go into this word simpleton, it means a fool, Simpleton, fool, a foolish or gullible person. Gullible means you believe everything. A simpleton is a person whose foolish actions are the subject of often repeated stories. Simpleton, definition, an ignorant, foolish, or silly person. Simpleton, the Merriam-Webster definition, a person lacking in common sense. Let's go to this article. It's a short read. It reads, electronic brain, not Blaine. That's a city in Washington, Slovakia. Electronic brain implants could allow lawyers to quickly scan years of background material and cut costs in the future. Once again, promoting convenience, promoting left-handed miracles. That's how he's going to fool a lot of people. You don't have to touch dirty cash. It has the monkey business on it. It has the DVOC 91. For those who have been watching our camp videos, you know what the DVOC 91 is. The thing 2.5 years ago that came out that everybody's scared of. The pestilence. Electronic brain implants could allow lawyers to quickly scan years of background material and cut costs in the future, a new report claims. This is a short read. We'll go through it all. It's only about 6 paragraphs. The report from the Law Society sets out the way the profession could change for employees and clients as a result of advances in neurotechnology. Brain technology. It suggests that a lawyer with the chip implant, I got excited, I'm gonna calm down. It suggests that a lawyer with the chip implanted in his or her brain, Neuralink Synchron, could potentially scan documentation in a fraction of the time, reducing the need for large teams of legal researchers. Convenience. Some lawyers might try to gain an advantage over competitors and try to stay ahead of increasingly capable AI systems, artificial intelligence, by using neurotechnology to improve their workplace performance. Dr. Alan McKay, the author of the report, wrote it. Neurotechnology could also allow firms to change or charge could allow firms to charge clients for legal services based on billable units of attention rather than billable hours, as they would be able to monitor their employees' concentration. However, the report raises concerns that the data collected could put people at risk of surveillance or manipulation, and suggests that regulation of neural rights, should be considered. That's what they want: absolute power, absolute control. Dr. McCrae wrote, "It is hard to know how widespread the uptake of neurotechnology might ultimately be put to neglect. It might be regretted, particularly if, as has been speculated, Slacky, I'm not the best reader sometimes. I'm going to start again from the top. Dr. McKay wrote, "It is hard to know how widespread the uptake of neurotechnology might ultimately be, but to neglect it might be regretted, particularly if, as has been speculated," this is the point right here, "brain implants or wearable devices." Pay attention to the trends. Another thing that they're going to call these things is wearable devices. Brain implants or wearable devices might become the iPhone of the future. I'm going to read this part again. As has been speculated, brain implants, charagmas, or wearable devices, things in your hand, might become the iPhone of the future. Law Society of England and Wales President I. Stephanie Boyce said neurotechnology could greatly improve the lives of many, but also facilitate ethical failures and even human rights abuses. Because they want you to take this, and they're going to fashion society in a way to where if you don't have it, you're not going to have access granted. Let's get Ezekiel 12:1, and it reads, "The word of Yahweh Bashim Yashai also came unto me, saying, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house." Our people are rebellious. They don't want to hear the words of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. "Which have eyes to see and see not. They have ears to hear and hear not, for they are a rebellious house." You have those who are meant to receive the report, the hopeful elect, and those who are not meant to receive it. We're only concerned about those who are meant to receive it. "And the word of Yahweh Bashim Yashai came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth?" And that was the mentality of the scoffers a few years back. But they're not scoffing as hard as they were anymore. They're not even scoffing. They're barely scoffing these days. When it comes to the MOT to the B, they'll scoff on other things. But when it comes to the MOT to the B, you don't see as many scoffing comments as you used to see, man. Because Yahweh Bashim Yashai is making this thing plain upon tables. It's almost impossible to deny now, man. Only thing that has to be put in place is them putting the chipping stations out, and saying you got to have this to buy and sell. And that's coming down the pipeline pretty soon, man. Ezekiel 12:22 again, and it reads, "Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai power." And that's what we're telling you. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai power. "I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision." The days are at hand and the effect of every vision, man. You see that playing out in the world. Wars and rumors of war, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places, flooding, rivers drying up, people waxing, people's hearts waxing cold, the love of many waxing cold, to say it correctly, but their minds waxing cold as far as, because the word for heart is la'ab, which is your mind, in the form that they're going crazy. Because if you go into that term in Matthew 24:12, the love of many waxing cold, that word wax cold goes into psycho, a person who's mentally crazy or deranged. I just looked at a video on IG of some dude running over a crowd of people that were fighting. Brain splatter everywhere, legs over here on the side of the street, legs over there, arms all throughout the road, people killing their own kids and whatnot, man. The days are at hand and the effect of every vision, man. You know, uprisings of the people, all end time prophecies, as well as the gathering, man. Ezekiel 37. And how are we gathering? Through this word, through the unicorn. Let's keep it going. Ezekiel 12 and 24. For there shall be no more any vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. You're starting to see those prophets who are, teaching prosperity doctrine being confounded. Vocab Malone, he's running around spewing madness, getting confounded at every single turn. Beautiful, man. Ezekiel 12 and 25. For I am Yahweh Bashim Yashai. I will speak through who? Through the prophets. And the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall not return void. Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 55 and 10. Slacky. Yep. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth to bud. I'm gonna read again from the top. Got a little excited. I'm gonna calm down. Isaiah 55 and 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So shall my word go forth. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. Through who? Through the prophets. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. I'm going to read again. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the word of the Lord doesn't come out void, man. Ezekiel 12 and 25. For I am Yahweh Bashim Yashai. I will speak, and the word which I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, I will say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai power. Again the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, there of the house of Israel, say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied at the times that are far off. When the elders and apostles talked about concentration camps, MOT to the B, civil unrest, people thought that was a vision of 25, 30 years in the future. But we're starting to see these things happening now. Ezekiel 12 and 27. Son of man, behold, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. That ain't going to happen in our lifetime. That's the mentality of Jake. And he prophesied of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai. And we see that happening. Let's go into this real quick. This is a bit of information that was released by Elder Apostle Dahar, and also the very diligent brother from the main camp in New York, Yashalam, went into this, GMS Watchman. Now this article was taken down. I'll play this video real quick, a little 2 minutes of it.
Shalom, Thawada, Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Bahasham Rakakodash.
And you can see, if you click on this link right here, this article was taken down. Esau Edom, man. He's starting to tell on himself. Let's get that real quick. I had it in the clip, the spiritual clip. Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. I'm gonna read again. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And they're starting to tell on themselves, man. They've been telling on themselves, better yet. Let's play this real quick.
For giving us the understanding of the Holy Bible through their men, that being the apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone, who are worthy of double honors. And Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Bahasham Rakakodash Bakatham.
And it says right here, Australian bank preparing for microchip implant banking. And this is through Suncorp, which is a major bank, you know. Let's look it up real quick. Suncorp, because I had it. I'll just look it up real quick. Suncorp, Australia. Suncorp is one of Australia's largest financial services brands, offering home and motor insurance, banking, life insurance, and superannuation. They're one of the largest banks in Australia, man. And where are they promoting? Microchip banking, man. Let's play this. Let's just go into it on YouTube. Slovakia.
To the elect of Israel. Now, Lord willing, I'm going to make this.
And this information came out a few days ago, but you can see since then they've taken this information down off the internet. The same way, Slovakia, they took this down. The CDC has quietly deleted the statement that I'll just let you read it right here. The CDC has quietly deleted the statement that the following do not last long in the body from their website. That was in the CDC website. The same way Black Lives Matter deleted their whole plan to attack the patriarch of the American family, starting with Judah, you know, because it's Black Lives Matter, right? Well, who are they attacking? You know, the structure of the household and the way Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, has a natural order of things, starting with the man in the house, starting with the Heavenly Father, then Yahweh Shai, then the man, then the woman, then the child. Black Lives Matter was set up to attack that, you know, starting with the so-called Negro household, man. And they deleted that page off their website, the same way the CDC deleted this off their website, the same way Suncorp deleted this off their website. Once again, Psalm 64:8. And I'll try not to make this too long-winded, you know, if the Spirit allows. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. They're starting to tell on themselves. You know, they've been telling on themselves, better yet. Now, let's play a good minute of this.
Brief and to the point. But basically, I just stumbled upon this article from this website, which is really a banking website. Suncorp, as we're going to find out, is listed as one of the 5 major banking institutions out there in Australia. And pretty much they're preparing for...
Now, this was taken down. You know, in the past few days, it was taken down. I wonder why. Because it's the truth, man. And once again, you know, they're not pushing... these banking institutions aren't pushing for you to worship Cesare Borgia. They're not pushing that. They're not pushing for you to bow down to John 3:16. They're not pushing for you to be an Israelite cop. That's not matching up with what we see in society. But what we teach is matching up with what we see in society because we're teaching the truth. That's why this page was taken down.
What we're seeing here in the heading, the microchipping of humans, which aligns perfectly with what we're prophesying about us here at Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone on down. That being the prophecy of the mark of the beast, pursuant to Revelation 13 and verse 16. Okay, and this prophecy is fastly approaching, and this is why banks, major banks worldwide, such as Suncorp, are actually discussing this matter, because Revelation 13 and 16 is about to be fulfilled on a major level, on a worldwide, global level. Okay, hence Habakkuk 2 and verse 3,
which I had on deck, but we'll get back to what I had down here. I'll cover this as well. So this is also happening as well. I just go through these pictures that I had because I took these pictures a few days ago just to show that you know, this time, as far as this prophecy coming to pass and being put right in front of your face with these chipping stations, is literally almost here, man. The Bank of Thailand to pilot retail central bank digital currency by the end of 2022. CBDC, central bank digital currencies, could be the holy grail, quote unquote, of cross-border payments. The European Central Bank sees Bitcoin as less credible because they're going to come out with their own versions of the CBDC. Reserve Bank of India is working on phased implementation of central bank digital currencies. This is from Outlook India. Central bank digital currency stablecoins could coexist with legal tender, report. Now, if you go into this article, it says, I won't read the whole thing because it was actually a pretty lengthy read, like 25 minutes, like 16, 17, 18 paragraphs. Central bank digital currency stablecoins could coexist with legal tender. Central bank digital currency stablecoins could coexist with legal tender, but with a dedicated, with a dedicated microchip triggering central bank digital currency transactions. That's what those central bank digital currencies are to lead to, man. Once again, what we teach matches up with what's going on in the world. That's why these banks are setting up for, Charagma, implant banking, man. Current headlines. Australia, U.S. lawmakers. You have the CHIPS Act. Uganda's military demands citizens' DNA for rollout of digital identity to be connected to, eventually, the MOT to the B. That's why you see the push for biometric digital IDs. It's all in a push to make everything digital. Bank of England asking people to get rid of old paper notes before they become worthless. That's another topic right here. Let's go into this. A new law in Israel puts limits on cash payments. This is in Israel. Israel prohibits cash deals for amounts starting as low as $1,700. So why are they doing that? Because they're eventually going to start rolling out this MOT to the B and making cash worthless and useless. Uganda's military demands citizens' DNA for digital identity rollout. Once again, pushing everything into a digital platform. This is Sirach 27:1, and it reads, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. To do what? To take the MOT to the B. Sirach 27:2, as a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling. Let's go to one more video and we'll wrap on up. I don't want to make this too long, but hey, Lords, will you find the lesson edifying and informative? I just wanted to cover all my points.
The chips that make everything, from cars to household appliances to medical devices, that now are making them more expensive, and when we bring them back, the prices will go down. Very important to our people. The microchip is an American original. We used to lead the world in this technology, and it's time that we lead the way once again. We've also made the largest down payment in scientific research in decades, the kind we'd seen after World War II, that unleashed half a century of prosperity. We'll cultivate the tech hubs of tomorrow to spur new innovations and new discoveries to create countless new jobs right here at home. It's a game changer for so many places in America and for states like mine. Places like Albany and Syracuse and Rochester and Buffalo, where Mr. Aviv is from, you'll hear from him, in Long Island, have long had the work.
What in the mark of the beast is this shit? What in the mark of the beast is this shit? What in the mark of the beast is this shit? What in the mark?
Gradualism. Let's go into one last one. Now, Biden signed the CHIPS bill, you know, and that was to make America, you know, the number one producer of these things. The future of the microchip industry is going to be made in America. Babylon the Great, you know. Let's go into Revelation 13-14. And deceiveth them that dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles that he's promoting in the form of, you know, the ability to get, you know, your sight back, the ability to walk again, you know, the ability to communicate with your friends and family members. If you're dead, they can talk to your voice, you know. You can download your essence on the internet of bodies, you know, on the internet of things, better yet, through the internet of bodies, you know. Super memory, being able to merge with AI, those left-handed miracles, man. Revelation 13-14. Only a few more, we'll wrap on up. Revelation 13-14, it reads, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, the Roman Empire, which is revitalized in the form of Babylon the Great, you know, NATO and the EU, you know, Rome 2.0. This is Habakkuk, the second chapter, and it reads, I was sent upon my watch. And this article right here, once again, for this topic, which you can see right here,
Vision.
you can see, Slakia, come on, phone, Slakia. You can see this article right here. You know, this is what the article says, and it was up a few days ago, and now that article's been taken down because brothers are doing video on it. Brothers are doing videos, as in plural, on this topic. You know. Just like they take our videos down. You know, Lord's will this video doesn't get taken down. But they've taken down a lot of the videos that I've gone into on this topic, you know, as well as other brothers, the elders and apostles, you know, leaders of camps, you know, so on and so forth. You know, they've taken down a lot of our videos going into this topic because it's the truth. They don't take down those spiritual mark videos, you know, where they're talking about, you know, it's anything other than what we teach, because that's not the truth. Habakkuk 2:1, and it reads, I was sent upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am approved. That's what we do. We stay upon our watch, you know, watching the news, watching what's going on in the world, watching what's going on in Israel, so we can give warning. Habakkuk 2:2, and it reads, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua answered me and said, write the vision. The vision is the prophecies, and make it plain upon tables. Make it make sense, you know. Present the prophecies in a form of where it's easy to understand for those who are meant to understand it. Habakkuk 2:2, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that's what we're supposed to do. When we understand, you know, the visions, the prophecies, the understanding, we get the understanding, we know the breakdowns, you know, we're supposed to go out there to the highways and byways and go teach, you know. Of course, if that's your lot, you know, because not everybody's meant to be a teacher in this thing. Habakkuk 2:3, and it reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And we're starting to see the prophecy speak, man. The MOTB is what we teach it is, man. We can see that by what's being played out in society. You know, they're not doing all this, you know, and this, you know, because what we teach is false. They're doing all this because what we teach is true, you know, and they're not doing this because what we teach is false. They're not taking their own content down on the banking website because what we teach is false. They're taking the content down because they're starting to see the videos come out and other videos from truthers outside the circle. You know, people who are in the truthing community, they're starting to do videos on it, man. And they're calling it, you know, the MOT to the B, you know? Beautiful times, man. For some reason, it won't pull up. But you can see, you know, if you scroll back in this lesson, of course, you can see it was taken down, the video. My internet isn't the best inside where I'm at. Let's get Habakkuk 2 and 3, and we'll close on that right here. And Lord's will you find this lesson edifying. And sorry, you know, for the terrible reading. I'm not the best reader, but Lord's will you still find the lesson edifying. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, it carries on." It doesn't happen right away. Noah prophesied for 126 years of rain, you know. "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And that time of the visions coming to pass is the time that we're living in, man. You know, let's get this real quick. Ezekiel 12 and 24. "And the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshai came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off." That's not going to happen in my lifetime. They're going to start chipping people in 50 years. Well, they're starting to promote the miracles. They're starting to promote the technology. They have everything in place, man. You know, and they're ready to start the next phase of this thing, you know, which is setting up the chipping stations, you know. But what are you starting to see right now? Them promoting the miracles, man. The pseudo miracles. Ezekiel 12, come on, and 25, it's like it. Yep. "For I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, I will speak the word. For I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, I will speak, and the word which I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai." I'm going to read again. Ezekiel 12 and 25. "For I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged." It's not going to drag on and tarry. You see it happening. You see it, man. And it's becoming undeniable. You know? Back in the days, you would call us crazy, but now it's coming to the point where if you're denying it still, you're crazy. Or you're a false prophet, you're paid off. Ezekiel 12 and 25, again from the top. And it reads, "For I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, I will speak through the prophets, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word through the prophets, and will perform it." It's not going to come out void, man. "Saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai." And the Lord is doing good in his promise. So, Lord's will you find this lesson edifying. I'm going to close on that right here. And in closing, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Give a double honors unto the head apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well with sound doctrine. Shalom unto the elders and the elder bishops of Great Millstone as well. Shalom, shalom. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect and the hearty shalom to all the sincere brethren doing the work in truth and sincerity spread across the four winds of the earth. Shalom, shalom. And until next time, next lesson, shalom, DTA, wa, abba, baba. Soon. Shalom.